Hi, welcome back. My name is Cole.
And I'm Andrew.
And this is CTRL-AC.
CTRL-AC is the podcast where we ring in the new year with local dimming and launch control. But like accidental launch control. Don't you hate it?
I hate it when your car just accidentally hops into launch control.
It just happens.
Yeah, like your foot's like...
It's a glitch.
Yeah. We'll get into that later in the episode, but...
Boy, we will.
Yeah. So, 2023 is kind of an interesting year.
It was a very interesting year. We'll do a recap of 2023, give our predictions for 2024. But first, let's talk about Christmas tech.
I did it, guys. I got a new phone.
Cole got a new phone. He has titanium. He has
titanium USB-C. I got a 15 Pro. I asked for the Pro, not the Pro Max, because I don't like the size of the Pro Max. I've always liked like medium-sized phones.
So you downsized.
Yeah. I went from a 11 Pro Max to a 15 Pro, and I like it. I think it's I don't even think they're comparable. 120 hertz is phenomenal. Once you experience it one time, you can never go back.
If I put my phone on low power mode, it genuinely seems like something's wrong with it.
Yeah, like it seems.
It's so stuttery.
But they also made the animations for the 120 hertz screen.
Yeah.
So it will feel different. Yeah, but yeah, it feels so wrong.
Now you have to replace, or you get to replace all of your lightning cables.
You get to replace them.
With USB-C.
Yeah. Did you listen to The Verge's USB-C episode? That was so funny.
Amazing. Go listen to the Vergecast Holiday Spectacular on USB-C if you haven't.
It's amazing.
Very educational. There are many different types of USB-C, and they break it all down. They play Price is Right. They're expecting a lawsuit. It's really, really great. But our Christmas haul consisted of Cole's new phone. I got a new monitor. It's an LG Ultra Gear 1440p, 144 hertz. Very nice. macOS looks really good on a high refresh rate.
Yes, it does.
Monitor.
I've been using I didn't have a computer for a little while, and I've been using my MacBook with my 240 hertz Asus screen. It's so nice, dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I bought some PC parts. I bought an i9 10900F, which if you knew before, I had a 10700. I had a GTX 1070, which I sold to a guy on Marketplace because I was about to get a 30 series card and it just never happened. So I bought a 1080 and it's awesome. I love it.
Didn't you have a 30?
I had a 3070 for a little while.
Okay.
And I put that into a build and sold that.
I missed that week. That 1 week.
It was
of
like a
3070.
month.
Really?
Yeah.
That was fun.
I loved playing Forza at 4K ultra settings at 120 FPS.
So 2023, we had a great year. Our podcast this was our second year, I guess. 2023 was our second year.
June was our 1 year of podcasting.
Yeah. So like second year we did it.
Yeah.
But we did the auto show. We started doing car reviews. It was a great year. We're excited for 2024. So I thought we'd do a recap of all of the news that happened. Not all of the news. The big news that happened in 2023. I'm going to go through all of our episodes and we'll kind of touch on the biggest stories. So started the year off with CES recap. And then we had rumors about touchscreen MacBooks.
Oh, I remember that.
That kind of just never happened. Corvette E-Ray came out. We had the Apple event with new MacBook Pros. S23 series. We had the auto show where we interviewed the president of the North Texas Auto Show. We were drifted around in an F-150 Lightning. We talked about TikTok getting built into cars. Apple Watches could be banned.
Well,
funny story, really. Later on, they definitely were. We tried to outsmart ChatGPT. We talked about a possible TikTok ban. Samsung faking the moon. That was a good one. Congress learned how TikTok worked. Apple VR headset rumors, where we addressed the rumors of Vision Pro.
I think that one was my favorite episode.
That was a great episode. We talked about the Pope's AI white puffer coat.
Yep.
The ROG handheld, Elon Musk's dog. We talked about AI Drake. that was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was.
We got a lot of Ghost Rider music this year.
Google I/O this year was pretty cool.
That was cool. We got new pixels. We talked so much about Elon Musk. That was the theme of this year. The MVP for 2023
Definitely Elon Musk.
is Elon Musk. We talked about the free TV, refrigerator screens. We had our dub recap where we talked about Vision Pro. That was my favorite episode of the whole year, by far. We had our 1 year anniversary. Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk were maybe going to fight. That was a whole thing.
I really wish that happened.
Threads came out. That was fun for a week.
Not even.
We got new Beats, rumors of an Apple GPT. Twitter became X. That was a whole thing. Mr. Beast got sued. We had a suitcase TV. Model 3 got a redesign. The iPhone 15 came out. Microsoft leaked the entire future of the Xbox. We test drove the Mach-E. We test drove the Model Y. We test drove the Model X. Apple had a scary fast event where Tim Cook said good evening for the first time. Sam Altman had one of the craziest news cycles the tech industry has seen in a while. And iMessage came to Android for a couple of days.
And then left. And then came back. And then left again.
And now is gone.
And now it's gone. But there's a lawsuit going on.
Yes. Isn't there always?
There's a lot. Apple is always being sued for some crap that they do.
Yeah, they do apparently a lot of suable things, including putting a blood oxygen sensor on the Apple Watch. That'll get it kicked out of stores, which was a whole thing. And
especially when it's not theirs.
Yeah.
Gotta love a patent infringement.
I walked through a Best Buy the other day and I saw a Series 9. I was like, it's the forbidden Apple Watch. So, because they can still sell it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they can sell their inventory or whatever. But that was kind of weird. I think that's settled, mostly. If you go to apple.com, is it there? Yeah, it is. Series 9, you can buy it. So yeah, they resolved all that. Anyway, so 2023 was a very interesting year. Favorite episode for me was our Dub one. Favorite product of the year? Is that even... Like, do we have to talk about it, or is it just Vision Pro by default?
Vision Pro, 100%. If I could afford that, I'd buy it. What about favorite product that we've bought this year?
Well, I can't say Vision Pro.
Right. Or that we've gotten this year.
I don't know. I didn't pick up a ton of tech this year. Did you really? Or just... I guess my 15 Pro Max with USB-C.
And
emphasis on USB-C.
And space-grade titanium.
Not even medical grade anymore. That was stainless steel.
Yeah.
We're on space grade.
Space grade.
Anyway, 2023 was good. On to 2024. Let's kind of talk about what we expect this year.
Okay. So we all know how Apple has been just bowing down to the EU's wishes, basically.
Right. This is your hot take prediction.
This is my hot take prediction. I think that the EU is going to propose something stupid, like the removable battery thing.
Yeah.
And Apple and they're going to enforce it, but Apple's not going to go for it. And they're going to get banned from the EU or try to sue them.
Interesting.
I genuinely think that's something that could happen this year.
They said USB-C. Apple did it.
With reluctance.
They
but
said side loading. Apple did it.
When is that coming out?
iOS 18. They almost made some kind of ruling on RCS. Apple did it before they could do it. So they've just kind of done everything.
There's going to be, at a certain point, there's going to be something like the removable, I don't want to say the removable batteries, but something like adding a physical keyboard to your phone. Something just so atrocious that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. That they're going to pass, and Apple's not going to go for it.
They'd have to sacrifice iPhone sales.
For iPhone sales.
For what, all of Europe?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So
but you could just import it. Yeah.
Which they'd find a way to do.
Right.
But I don't know what is too far. We thought USB-C would be too far for a while, and it wasn't.
Everybody thought they were going to go full wireless, just to spite them.
That was a whole thing a couple years ago, the fully wireless iPhone. I hope that never happens. I like a port. But I don't know. Software wise, we thought side loading would never come to the iPhone.
Oh yeah, that was a dead set not happening.
Here we are.
Right.
So I don't know. So you think EU's going to push too far? Apple's just going to say no.
Yeah.
Interesting. I bet that would be hardware wise.
Probably. Yeah.
I bet it would be something like a removable battery.
They physically can't do that. That would sacrifice the
water resistance, of it.
Dust resistance.
Drop like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be something where they would say, no, we can't do that.
I don't think that was passed, though. I think that was just proposed.
Right. And I would bet every other phone manufacturer wouldn't want to do that either.
I could see like making it easier to remove once you're inside the phone.
Which Apple did on the 15, I think.
Did they?
They did the pull tabs.
They've always had the pull tabs. Those things are a pain.
Yeah.
I've taken apart some phones and they are not easy. It's like
they're satisfying.
It's called the forbidden cheese because it will just melt. The phone will get too hot. Right under the battery, under the screen. Like that's like the hottest part of the phone, basically.
Yeah.
It'll melt and then get all gooey and then it'll just rip and then you gotta like use alcohol and get under there and like use a spatula and rip the battery open and then you can't reuse it. It's great. You should try taking apart a phone sometime.
Repairability.
Yes, sir.
Or you can just get the Apple kit sent to you.
For like what, $5?
The 100-pound like machine that they'll send you. Just do that.
Yeah.
It's so easy. So that's your hot take prediction.
Yep.
What are you looking forward to product wise?
I'm looking forward to the Cybertruck on the road.
Which your dad saw.
My dad works at a very, I'd say upscale building. And there was one parked right out front. And he may or may not be trying to find out who that is.
If we get a Cybertruck, my goodness, I cannot wait to drive that thing. I just want to try the steer-by-wire.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
But maybe sooner than later.
The steer-by-wire is something that, like, I just want to experience. Turning the steering wheel just a little bit and being able to do a full U-turn in a parking lot. I can't wait. So Cybertruck on the road. Anything else product-wise or just...
I'm excited for iOS 18. I am so excited for side loading.
Oh, yeah. So the EU wants side loading and Apple said yes. It will likely be region locked to the EU only. So
you go into your phone, you change the region to Europe, and then get what you want.
And then wait, so if you change the region to a European country, sideload all your stuff over, and then change it back to the US, do you still have it?
I mean, it wouldn't be able to...
Or can you just not use it?
I don't think it'll change. I think it'll stay the same. Because, you can't, remove software.
We need to make a service based in Europe where people send their phones, we install the stuff they want, and just send it back. Like, you purchase the phone. People are going to find ways around it. I'm really excited to see how that works.
Yeah.
My hot take prediction for 2024, I think EVs are going to have a boring year.
Yeah. Did you see everything that's happening to Ford?
Yeah, with their lightning drama.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Apple with the lightning. But, we've seen all the crazy EVs so far.
Yeah, all the
Cybertruck,
technological
EV,
yeah.
All that. I think we're at the point now where EVs are kind of getting boring, and it's for the better because we need EVs to get under that $30,000 price range and just kind of become normal.
Just like another car.
Right. They have to become another car. You don't want to be always driving a spaceship. Like, normal people don't necessarily want to drive a Cybertruck. So I think this year EVs are going to be more lower end consumer focused and not as crazy performance spaceship looking. There's normal cars.
Yeah. You're not like, oh, look, it's an EV. It's like, oh.
It's an electric car.
It's a car. You don't even notice it.
Which is unfortunate for us, but for the general public,
yeah,
maybe it's better. I don't know. And then product-wise, Vision Pro.
Yeah.
Is there any way we can justify getting that? I've said before, we will buy the lower end one.
Yeah.
But that whole review cycle, I just can't wait.
That will be fun. So that's what we think this year's going to look like. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll get back to you with an interesting story from Roku.
Control-AC is sponsored by the Complete Backyard. It's a new year. It's time for you to get a new backyard. Whether that's a pool, outdoor kitchen, fireplace, pretty much whatever you want, they will build it for you, model it up, show you your new backyard in VR, and then build it. For a consultation, you can go to thecompletebackyard.com. All right, so we have a couple of stories, and then we will do what is now my favorite segment, our debunking segment. First off, CES is around the corner. It's next week, actually. So all of the companies, all tech companies, pretty much, will be introducing new tech, some of which is tech you should care about, like new TVs and laptops. Other tech is like literal flying cars and stuff that will never see a production line. CES is wild. We're here for it.
CES is wild.
There is a lot of stuff there that is only there to like show that a company is capable of making something.
Yeah.
But it's not something they're actually going to make. Like the Sony car.
Yeah.
We haven't heard about that since last CES. Roku, though, is actually making the stuff they show at CES. They have a new lineup of TVs. They're expensive. It's their Pro series of Roku TVs. They have mini LED. They're 65, 75 inch, and 85 inch. Oh, sorry. It's 55, 65, 75.
So this isn't your just Roku branded TCL TV now.
Right.
This is Roku making a product, making a physical item, and not just like a Roku like TV box.
Right. Have you had the pleasure of viewing content on a $200 Roku TV at Walmart?
I think we have one.
Really?
Upstairs, yeah, at our house.
Okay. It is not the best.
It's not the best, but for $200, you're getting a TV screen.
And that's kind of the reputation that Roku TVs have had. They're just easy. You buy the TV, Roku's your only interface, and that's it. I personally do not like the Roku TV whatsoever at all because live TV and input switching on a Roku TV is very, very bad.
Okay, but listen, those are also cheap TCL TVs that probably don't have very good firmware on them in the first place to run the software.
Well, it's not that it's slow. It's just poorly designed.
Oh.
So, like, if Roku can fix that, then I'll give it a shot with the Pro series. But these are $1,500 TVs. So they're not exactly cheap. So I don't know what these are going to look like. We don't know if they have HDMI 2.1. We don't know if they have 120 hertz, variable refresh rate. We don't know any local dimming numbers, just that they will have local dimming with mini LED. So who knows how good these actually look. But $1,500 is now putting the Roku TV up there with like an LG OLED.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine that this
a Roku OLED
TV
is going to be as good as a LG OLED that they've made
Roku
OLEDs
mini
for
LED.
years. No, the mini LED one isn't $1,500. But the OLED comes at a premium with the 55-inch model starting at $1,500 for a 55-inch OLED at the very bottom of the thing.
Okay. 55-inch is $1,500
for an OLED.
So a 65-inch Roku OLED is going to be closer to $2K, which is the same price as an LG OLED. And I can't imagine this would be better. I don't know. We'll see. But that's a weird pricing tier that Roku has now put themselves in, up there with Sony and LG.
I mean, if they're as good tech-wise, it'll just be another competitor in the TV space. But,
which would be crazy.
Which
if
would be
they can
crazy
do that.
and cool because like it's another company you can buy a product from. But also, like, if it's going to be another TCL TV that they quote unquote manufactured themselves, then
right.
Because you can get $1,000 Roku TV.
Yeah. From TCL.
Yeah, from TCL.
Which is not horrible. Like it's still a good TV. The audience for a Roku TV, like the prime targeted customer base, has not been the like display nerd user base.
Right.
Roku TVs are not what you'll find.
Their college kid needs a TV.
Yeah,
Just bought an apartment, need a TV.
exactly.
Buying your kid a TV for their room.
You want a
cheap
4K TV for less than $500.
Right.
You get a Roku. It's fine. It works.
4K.
4K. Yeah.
1080p upscale. Well, wait and see what this Roku TV has to offer. If it's a good TV, then we'll see if it has good tech. But they also have to fix their software problems because it's slow and sad. But, yeah.
Mr. Mobile, YouTube tech creator, made something that I am like thankfully nostalgic about because I actually got to experience this way back in the day. He has introduced the Clicks case. Easiest way to describe it, it's a silicone iPhone case that has a physical keyboard at the bottom. So it extends the size of your phone by, a substantial amount. But it has a little keyboard like, the old people used to use in the not even 2010s, in the 2000s.
Early 2000s.
Right. I grew up using my dad's Palm Pre, the greatest phone ever made. That had a little physical keyboard. I've used a BlackBerry keyboard. I've used a Palm Trio keyboard. I'm not able to type very fast on those compared to my iPhone keyboard, but the experience of doing it is better than the experience of
haptic feedback.
A touch.
Debatable.
Haptic feed. I don't know. It's a lot slower, but it's like a nostalgic. It's cool.
Are you gonna buy it?
No.
Okay then.
I don't love it that much, but like if you used a BlackBerry or Palm phone or any phone back then, this would be really cool to try out. It's cool because it has a bunch of shortcuts. You can hit like Command Space on the little keyboard and it'll open Spotlight like a Mac.
So it's just a USB keyboard.
Yeah.
But small.
But on your phone. It's cool. It's old. It's nostalgic. But it's cool.
It is cool. You know what might be cool? Siri and generative AI.
Bloomberg leaks and new blogger leaks have said that Apple is going to apply generative AI to Siri. Generative AI is the stuff ChatGPT uses. Who knows if this will be any good? Because, Siri is bad. And generative AI may or may not be able to fix Siri.
Yeah.
So what I will say is that if the generative AI is done on device with a 18 Pro or whatever iPhone 16 chip is out there, that will probably be really good.
Yeah.
I would imagine it would be a lot faster than the generative AI we have now.
Probably.
But still, it's Siri.
Yeah, and Siri hasn't for a while been good. I asked it to take me to Summit, and it said, "Sorry, I can't do that."
That's such a basic request.
Like, take me to Summit Racing.
I'm gonna find the tweet, but a while ago, I said, "Siri, what are some good restaurants near me?" And it gave a recommendation. And I said, "What are the reviews?" And it said, "A review is a formal assessment or examination or something." I was just like, wow.
Useless piece of garbage.
It's just easy context clues, easy requests. Google Assistant would have killed it. You know what? Let's try it. Let me queue up my Google Assistant. What are some restaurants near me? Okay. I see them. What are the reviews?
Watch it get it wrong.
Here's what I found on the web.
Okay, at least it pulled up 10 best restaurants in our area. At least it's better. So I would assume that this just does all the stuff ChatGPT would do, but it's built into Siri. I don't know if Apple has a database for this yet.
It's probably going to use something like GPT-4, just web access.
Is it just based on that?
Yeah.
But it's still web-based then. Then it can't do it on device. They would find a way to do it on device.
Oh.
Because Siri's on device, and they have a whole privacy commitment to doing things on device.
So basically your phone's going to be like 1.5 terabytes, and the other half is going to be
download
the Siri.
All knowledge ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. But maybe that'll fix Siri. Who knows? last story before we debunk things. This goes in the category of like weird CES stuff. Kohler. That may not sound familiar in the tech space. You've seen that name at Home Depot or Lowe's.
Yeah.
The like bathroom appliance, not appliance, like the toilet and faucet company.
Yeah.
Like we have a Kohler faucet.
Toilet
And it works well. It disperses the water and it's
does
great.
sink things.
It's a sink and there are Kohler toilets and it's great.
And they do toilet things like
Yeah.
flush and water the toilet bowl.
It needs a computer.
Yes, put an M2 in it. Strap an M2 air to the back end of it and call it a day.
So in 2019, Kohler showed off the $11,500 fully smart toilet. Now, some of us just may be, too poor for a $12,000 smart toilet. So for those, they have announced a bidet that is $2,100.
22.
$2,200. It is called the Pure Wash E930 with Amazon Alexa and Google Home compatibility, which means, this is from The Verge, that you can use your digital assistant of choice to activate the spray, warm air dryer, and UV cleaning feature.
Alexa.
It also works with the Kohler Connect app, so you can set your own preferences and presets.
Alexa, I humbly request that you clean my extremities with some warm water, and then afterwards you dry it and make sure that it's cleaned. UV
Cannot
technology.
imagine sitting in the bathroom being like, Alexa,
Turn on bidet.
how hard is it to press a button? Well, okay, so germs. That's the selling point from Kohler. You're also you're going to wash your hands anyway.
Right.
You're not walking into the bathroom, touching the bidet control, and then leaving.
Well, no, that's why it's voice controlled.
But like, you're not going in there to touch the controls and then going to
No, but
make
it's voice
food.
controlled.
Yeah.
So you're just going to go in to the bathroom. You're going to sit on your voice controlled bidet. That's $21.49 without tax or shipping. You're going to sit down with your phone, watch some YouTube, some TikTok. You're just going to get up. You're gonna go to the bathroom.
Walk out. Because they said germs is why it's voice controlled. So they assume you're not even going to wash your hands.
Right.
If you're going to wash your hands, which is what normal people do when they're done in the restroom, then you don't need the voice control. What I'm saying is, like, you would never walk in there, touch the controls on your toilet, and then go like make food. Anytime you touch the controls, you would be on the toilet anyway, and you'd wash your hands anyway.
Right. Just wear some gloves.
But it has LED lighting. It has a boost spray mode. They also have other smart bathroom tech lined up for CES. They have a bathroom fan that is $266 that can detect the temperature and humidity of the bathroom, turn on the light accordingly, with smart lighting that you can control via the Kohler Connect app. They have a shower controller that will monitor your water usage, that lets you control the sound, lighting. You can add steam for $2,800.
Never mind.
So for $5,000,
You can have a full Kohler spec voice control. What happens if some like water gets into your Alexa?
I don't know. How do you power these things? How do you power these things? Where do you plug in your shower nozzle thing? Do you have to charge it? Do they charge with USB-C? How in the world?
No, it probably has to be wired into your house electrical system.
Well, you should probably factor that into the cost too.
So these are
$5K for
You're
all
not
the
living
tech.
in a single story rundown house in nowhere buying a $5,000 bathroom.
I want to know how you power this. The light is easy because it's a light. You just plug it into light wires.
Things.
I'm an electrician.
Electric with a K. Anyways.
There are also 9 presets that it comes with, such as after workout, before bed, and early morning to customize your bathroom experience. I don't know. I genuinely don't know who their target market is for this. All I'm saying is, Kohler, if you'd like to send us a review unit of the smart bathroom.
We won't install it, but we'll look at it. I'm sure it's pretty.
All right, time to debunk 2 Tesla stories. I opened Instagram a while back, and there was a Tesla story that was honestly kind of concerning. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you.
You did.
Basically, a bunch of publications said that a Tesla robot attacked a worker, leaving a trail of blood. So the Fox News headline is the one that is highlighted in this tweet. They said, Tesla robot goes haywire on engineer in Texas factory, trail of blood. And the picture is the Tesla concept humanoid robot.
Which came out a while ago.
Right. Insinuating that the Tesla human robot attacked a worker. Which, if true, is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell these to the public. They're attacking workers. This is a very bad thing that's happening. You know,
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Right.
Sawyer Merritt highlights this on Twitter. Here's the real context. This unfortunate injury happened 2 years ago before Tesla even had a real working Optimus prototype. And he said a simple industrial arm was the cause of the injury. This robot arm is found in all car factories. So it was one of the production line robots that unfortunately hit an employee, leaving the trail of blood. The same one found in every other car factory.
Right.
The media and people on the internet definitely seem to take Tesla stories specifically and run with them as negative.
Right. Heavily over-exaggerate them.
Right.
And honestly, just lie about them.
This happens every time a Tesla catches fire. You'll never see a headline about a gasoline combustion engine car catching fire. But if a Tesla catches fire...
But the second a new technology breaks...
Right. It's new tech.
My friend blew his motor up the other day.
It was not on the news.
Didn't hear that on the news.
If a Tesla motor blew up...
1.6 liter Miata blew up. Has Rodna caught on fire.
If his Tesla blew up... Front page story.
Local teen almost dies in fiery Tesla crash. He ran a red light and... No. Somebody ran a red light and T-boned him. The car flipped. The batteries caught on fire and almost killed him, but luckily he got away just in time. People just want to find any reason not to let Tesla succeed.
Could this be because right now Elon Musk is not exactly controversy-free? Possibly. Who knows? But this is kind of a common trend. Which brings us to a Facebook post. Let me just read this to you. So it shows a picture of a Model S Plaid pretty much totaled. Here's the post. Nearly positive I totaled my 2022 Model S Plaid. She said Plaid. In line for McDonald's, tapped the accelerator to go 20 feet, and the car launched into the car parked in front of me. It would not stop or slow down, and it was not a scenario of slamming the pedals down. There was an error. It would not stop. Full-on launch mode. This was terrifying. All the airbags were deployed. I've never in my life felt this out of control. Had a service center appointment in the morning for an alert about adaptive cruise control not functioning properly and to stay below 91 miles per hour. I'm still in shock.
There's no technological way that happened.
She's claiming that she pressed the accelerator to go 20 feet in the Model S Plaid, and it went into launch mode and launched the car.
And didn't break.
We have launched a Tesla.
It is a very time-consuming... It took 3 minutes to even get it into launch control mode?
The front has to lower. You have to put your foot on the brake. It visibly says launch... Look. This is unfortunate that she totaled her car. But this is not true.
That didn't happen. I mean, maybe software got corrupted or something because of a user error.
But not in this.
That would be such a drastic
stretch.
I think Worst case scenario, she might not have realized she had her foot on the brake. Was putting it into launch control mode. Had it off launch control mode after it was already on. Tapped it and pew.
And we're not necessarily saying this person is lying. Maybe the thing really did get thrown into launch control mode. Maybe it really did launch without any brake pedal input. And maybe, did she say she hit the brakes?
Yeah.
If the thing launched anyway, maybe she couldn't hit the brakes or didn't hit the brakes to stop the car.
If it hit the person in front of her, it stopped the car anyways, so that the brakes were working. Shit, this is full of holes.
Yeah, but if you're reading this, this will not happen if you buy a Model S Plaid.
This won't happen in general.
Maybe
if you buy an
before
electric
you
car.
buy a Model S Plaid, you should make sure that you're good with a car with 1,000 horsepower.
And
Because as it turns out,
right.
the average person flooring 1,000 horsepower doesn't really know how to control it.
And not even a combustion 1,000 horsepower. An electric motor 1,000 horsepower.
Which is instant with more torque. We've driven a Model SP 100D. And when you floor the thing.
Like, because that's like, what, 750 horsepower?
Something like that.
I launched the GT500. Not even close to the same kind of torque.
Right. Because you have wheel spin. There's not instant traction.
Right.
And when you're in the Tesla and you floor it, no matter how the tires are positioned, it will just go through them.
It is planted.
It'll just go. This is probably what happened here. This is not a normal thing. This is not a bug.
Did you think like, oh, let me see what happens if I like womp?
Who knows? But this is not something you have to worry about.
No.
If you're currently shopping a Model S Plaid.
But if you are, and you would like to send us one,
we'll take it.
We'll take it. You can reach out to us.
We'll go through the McDonald's drive-thru and we'll see if we make it out
right
with a working car.
Yeah. If so, you can reach out on the platform with the deadliest of robots behind them. I am at ColeWWWeb.
I'm at Utterly Drew, and we will see you next time.
Bye, guys.